Let us continue with Kronolog, the Nazi paradox. Here we are now at the Los Alamos National Laboratory. Got off to a bad start in the early 1940s as headquarters for the United States failed Manhattan Project. After the Nazi victory in World War II, Dr. Reinhard Schmidt, father of the atomic bomb, took over the operation and brought it to a position of international prominence, where it remains today. After his death, a well-endowed position was created to honor his unprecedented work. Now headed by the formidable Dr. Melchior Grossman, Schmidt Fellow 1994, the Los Alamos National Lab has been involved in aggressive tests of toxic waste disposal methods and their effects on the local area. Alright, so let's take a look here at our surroundings. Government facility, it's all painted in nada gray. Beakers. We have the set of automatic doors, which I don't think we can actually go through, because we can't seem to pull them apart. We don't have any method right now which we can use to open the doors. Let's walk closer to this little table thing here. Small table for such a big laboratory. We have somebody's lunch. We have a antique long-life lithium battery, a solder removing tool, a notebook which contains an impressive list of numbers, mostly Dr. Grossman's girls in the Berlin Cabaret District, and we have a grinder. Yay. What did that say? What axe could the scientist have to grind? Alright. Grab this. I didn't say do that. Grab the battery. Now, put the battery in the helmet. You now have an actually lit spelunker hat. Oh, and by the way, for the rest of this game, let's make sure I don't misclick. We won't need this or this. And I don't think we'll need the wrench again, but I'll keep it around just in case. Let us move on. After I fittingly save the game, we're actually going to save this one to LGWI 005-2. Moving right along. Oh, good. Oh, by the way, just so you folks know, a funky looking metal cabinet with some sort of energy focusing apparatus around it. That doesn't look like the booth used in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What the fuck are you doing? Fucking Nazi scientist. You're doing it wrong. Actually, this thing wasn't even made by Nazi scientists. Spoiler! So yeah, here we go. Here's your console panel here. A control panel unlike anything you've ever seen. 8 analog dials and a gigantic switch mechanism. Triangular shaped indentation, a tri-machine control panel. That looks oddly crystal shaped, does it not? And that switch has a padlock on it. Most unfortuitous. We can't do anything with that yet. So let's get the fuck out of there. And walk over this way. Now, there's going to be a bit of slowdown. That happened even while not recording. There's a lot of frames in the next room, so just bear with me. I mean, if you watch my Daggerfall series, there's nothing that I could do that would be worse. So there we are. We have Dr. Grossman's roach habitat, a controlled environment for his orthopteran research. Contained by high-energy force field, the roaches seem strangely quiescent today. We have an air vent. We have Dr. Grossman's overstuffed chair and his ostentatious desk. The desk could be taken for granted. That is some special kind of drip coffee maker. Yep. So, he has his own little coffee maker here. That's pretty spiffy. A glass pipette. Glass pipette. Are those actually coffee condiments in the test tubes? That's Dr. Grossman's 100 milliliter coffee beaker. And we have a clean glass pipette. Alright. Let's go walk over here. Slow down! and snag this pipette. The other one is too sticky. Sugar. Alright, so that door, by the way, the window here, in my opinion, gives you a clue. That's a public area out there. You step out of there, you pretty much lose. Due to the fact that it's, well, you know, a public area, and you have no excuse to be here at all. I can show it to you. Fine. I talked myself into it. I'm a generous man, and I will show you all the not a headquarters screen again, because I love you. Oops! That's one of the most public areas you might have chosen. Everyone, guard dogs included, at Los Alamos has seen you, and you have no legitimate excuse to be on the premises. To avoid becoming fodder for Dr. Grossman's cockroaches, restore a saved game. Quickly! Más rápido! Vite, vite. Andale. Okay, that was cool. Let's load back. So, let's walk over here. I would like to take a closer look at ye old roach habitat. Alright. Oh, got a sneeze coming, excuse me. Alright, so, okay. Fucking roaches that are crawling around here. Surrounded by a laser field. And what's this? A playing card buried in the roach container. Bear with me, folks. Dum-de-dum-dum. The nasty laser field just severed your arm. Unfortunately, it did not cauterize the wound. Not only is the ensuing arterial gush making a sickening mess, but you are falling into a deep sleep from which you will never wake. Save your neck and your arm. Restore save game. Like I said, I'm not going to show off every single game over screen. I'll just show off a few of them. Okay? Gotta have fun here. So, alright, so we have that there. That's interesting, though, that a playing card would be there. Obviously, it's been positioned there as some sort of fucking thing for the player to fuck around with. Alright, what do we possibly have that could get that thing out? I don't know. Let's try the pipette. The pipette passed through the lasers perfectly. You just can't seem to manipulate anything in the cage with it. Now, for those of you who watched the introduction all the way through, or at least long enough to get to a certain point, you guys remember the whole thing about, what is it, sharp, clear objects passing through the lasers perfectly to do manipulation? I'm not going to pull up the article in question. Yeah! That may or may not be hinting at a solution for how you can solve this puzzle. Let's go back to this room and fucking walk around here. Or do that, because that's weird as fuck. Sure. Walk this way. Walk this way! Here. Flip the switch. Now the grinder's on. Let us manipulate it with the pipette. Now we have a sharpened pipette. Cool. Let's walk back this way. With our sharpened pipette now, we are more than a match for anything. Anything. Come on, game! Quit fucking walking me up! I want to walk left. Oh god, no. Thank you. I'm actually going to be allowed to fucking walk left. Ooh, I can actually go around the time machine this way. That's a great game. Glad you decided to fucking show that to me. You can't reach the button from here. You can't reach the button from here. You can't reach the button from here. Fuck you, game. You can't reach the button from here. You can't reach the button from here. I could up the speed, by the way, either my CPU cycles in DOSBox, which are at 6,000, I think that's optimal, or my actual in-game speed. That I did that once after putting this game back on my computer and getting it to run with DOSBox for recording this, and Dr. Hoffman he is on speed. Whee! He's like in the fucking Matrix, I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and look at this and manipulate that card. Interesting. It is 1/2 of a Queen of Hearts with HELZ scrawled across it. Write that down. I don't think you can get the card. By the way, does it look like... Oh, I had to get close to my monitor. From a distance, it looked like the fucking, the crack that, the pipette made on the card looked like a swastika. Yes. HELZ. That's a lowercase HELZ. Write it down. So those of you who watch the introduction may or may not recall a mention of a Queen of Hearts somewhere as well. I do believe it was the Queen of Hearts that was mentioned, yes. I'm not going to pull it up, though. What the hell. I'll actually pull that up just to show that off. It's located in Philip's message. Yep, Queen of Hearts. Sweet. The only reason I pulled that up was just, I ended up having to, I didn't want to do that because it meant that I'd have to open up the PIM again. And I said I wasn't going to do that anymore. Nah, I was curious, unsure. So yeah, it was the Queen of Hearts. Once you draw the Queen of Diamonds, boy, she'll beat you if she's able. You know the Queen of Hearts is always your best bet. Desperado. Okay, so... Let's go ahead and save the game. Now, take a look at Dr. Grossman's desk. We have some various reminder notes jotted down in red. Urgent business with Eva. We have a quackulator, some discs, which we're not going to manipulate, and a marker, which we're also not going to manipulate. Instead, we're going to do something with his chair. Now, maybe I just went to sit in it, but Dr. Hoffman automatically decides to stand in it, thinking that maybe you aren't a moron and wanted to actually manipulate the air vent. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's manipulate the air vent. Step inside. Save your game. Save it. I mean, I guess you don't. I mean, like, if you're just going through... Save your fucking game. This is the maze. In the maze, as soon as you start trying to move through it, you cannot save or load. You cannot access any of the options other than grabbing things and moving with the arrows. You can't. Save your fucking game. The maze is hell. The maze is hell unless you understand how it works. If you've read through the relevant fucking notes on your PIM and you remember all the shit, you fucking know what it's talking about, and you make sure you have the right items, it's not so bad. But when you're playing through games, you don't often... You miss something. And especially with all that Wargarble background information, you're like, fuck it! The fuck do I need that for? I'm just gonna fucking play. I'm tired of your fucking backstory. I just want to get into puzzles, and then you fucking get into the puzzles. It is fucking hell. Fucking maze. Bullshit. Die in a fire. I can type up the 34 characters. No. We'll just say LGWI. Fuck maze. Because that's what it is. Fuck maze. Alright. So... First thing you need, sensor. Sensor goes here. And the other thing you use here is the Spelunker hat, which provides you some light. But I'm curious to see if I can actually go through this without using that. So, let's try. You became lost in the dark ducts and fell through a vent directly over the main conference room. Dr. Grossman said, "Gentlemen, allow me to introduce Dr. Hoffman, who makes a practice of dropping in at inopportune moments. The meeting is adjourned until after lunch, and as for you, Herr Doctor, I will show you parts of Los Alamos no human has survived, or seen." Oh good! That was a death I wasn't actually meaning to show you guys. Alright, so you can't do that without the light. You need the Spelunker helmet. And you need to make sure that it's lit. Now, the battery is provided in the lab area, but if you didn't grab that... yeah... whoops. Let's go back to fuckmaze. And you need the sensor. Otherwise, it's gonna be fucking guesswork trying to find where you're supposed to go. And even if you don't have the sensor, once you get there, you're fucked. Let's go ahead and put that now. Let's go ahead and put this out first. Plug this in. Grab the helmet and just keep it in your inventory. Now the thing is lit. Only thing we can do is just grab shit as soon as we start moving around. Let me go ahead and save the game here again because I can. At fuckmaze. There are only 2 exits out of the maze which will not result in death. This one and the one where you're actually supposed to go. Okay, I presume it'll automatically start working, yeah. So, let's begin. By the way, just so you know, whenever I pre-played this game, because I fucking did that just to make sure I was ready for certain parts like this maze again, yeah, I fucking have the path written down. Did that do what I told it to do? Okay. I think so. It just flashed the forward key and that messed with me. I do not approve of that doing that. See, because in addition to that, even if you do know where to go, it's just, due to the display of it, it's fucked up. So yeah. I'm gonna make sure I know this here. We go back, right. By the way, yeah, so these other access points, it's just a game over screen. Right. Forward. Left. Forward. Right. Forward. Left. Forward. Left. Now keep going forward. I think it's 3 times. 2, 3. Turn right. And keep following the wall until you know where you need to be. Now pay attention to that sensor there. It flashes shit. And if you watch the introduction specifically regarding the fucking NADA entry, not the NADA entry, but strange sensor device entry, yeah, you know that you'll be where you need to be whenever both lights are lit. And if you don't know that, so yeah, here's where we are. Okay, we can only manipulate things. Before you go down there, grab this sensor. It will not automatically go with you. It won't, and you need it. The game is merciful in that regard, that you need it immediately as soon as you step out of the air ventilation system. It doesn't wait until the end of the game, but you still need that. So, let's go ahead and hop down.
Who are you? Identify yourself immediately.
And I'm not going to mute.
Agent Luminaria, I am Mark Hoffman, commander of the Unknown. My son Philip told me that this sensor would direct me to someone important.
There should be a message encoded in the sensor. I'll scan it with my link conveyor.
Save your game. This is a timed puzzle. You need to walk down to her and give her your sensor before she fuck snaps and the game's over. You don't have much time to fuck around. And even if you know what to do, the interface is so clunky and Dr. Hoffman is so fucked up in how he walks that you can still fail. God forbid you only keep like one save file and have done everything perfectly up to this point except for grabbing the sensor at the top before you like drop down here, and you save over that as soon as you fall down and you're fucked. I mean... Don't fucking do it wrong! So we get a save here. I guess the timer keeps going whenever I... Are you kidding me? That's another game over. I didn't mean to show, although I knew it. Guess who gets to do the maze again? God damn it. I only wanted to do that once. I hate my life. Okay. Maybe if I load straight from there? Okay. Walk, 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 walk further! God damn it, Dr. Hoffman! Okay. No! Give it to her. God, fuck you!
Serena, this is my father, Dr. Mark Hoffman. I need for you to take him out to the Lacona Pueblo. Once there, Dad, find the old shaman, Nokawat. He'll give you further instructions. Serena, give the pottery shard and the poem I left to my father. He'll be needing both items. This must be done, Dad. There's no turning back now.
You don't need to grab it this time. That was intense. Check my inventory space here. Oh yeah, I got quite a bit. And I think I can drop the wrench, but I should still be fine. Let us continue.
Dr. Morrissey, tell me, have you heard anything? Do you know where he is?
No, he's been missing for 2 days now. We are extremely concerned. Here are the poem and the shard that Philip mentioned. We'll need to leave for the Pueblo immediately. You look pretty conspicuous in those clothes. There may be something in the closet that needs changing.
Bitch. I do wonder how she's going to sneak me out of here. You know, that is a curiosity. So yeah, we received 2 new items here. A pottery shard and a poem. The poem Philip gave Serena Morrissey. You're not the first, but you are the last. You will be the future, as you are the past. In divided states, truth will be seen. The first is second to my sweet queen. Merged in order to make them 8, they forged the key to Kronon's gate. Alright, cryptic shit ahoy, folks. So we have a various desk and things, and this is the closet she's talking about, and we can wash our hands. Oh my god, I want to go do that. Let's go wash my hands. Stop processing additional sprites on the screen. It's slowing the game down. The water appears to be turned off at this time. Damn it! Fine. Whatever. I didn't want to wash my hands anyway. You did not need to walk all the way out there to fuck you forever Everland. Okay. The thunderstorm is tossing Serena Morrissey's Luftwagen about wildly as she makes her approach to the Lacona Pueblo. You are ever so ready to set foot on terra firma once again. Remember, they fly. There's a storm on the horizon. We are fucked. The time of our fucking is now. Not quite. Welcome to a new area, folks. And that will be where I leave you. Are you ready to delve deeper and deeper into the mysteries of El Diablo? No.